Gaza revises recent ruling that women need male permission to travel. So, in the Gaza Strip, on Sunday, February 14th, a Hamas-run Islamic court ruled that unmarried women in the Gaza Strip now require permission from a male guardian to travel, which is usually an older male relative. A married woman would require approval from her husband. Permission to travel without guardianship would have to be authorized by a court. This ruling incited protests and outrage. The Hamas-appointed chairman of the council who initially signed the mandate into law, Hassan Jojo, now agrees that it needs to be revised. On Tuesday, February 16th, Jojo's statement was quoted by Reuters news agency, quote, "We have agreed to redraft this ruling." However, he did not comment on whether the language banning women from traveling would be stricken. So, just to be more clear, there was this ruling of basically instating male guardianship in the Gaza Strip, and then there was so that happened, and that was the original news item that we were going to report on. And then there were updates to it when they were like, "Oh, people are real angry. We're going to have to revise it," but they're not being clear about what that revision is. So, yes, Armin, your commentary.
Yeah, in case you were wondering what Hamas is up to when they're not going boom boom against innocent people, they spend the rest of their time trying to figure out how to make the society they rule more regressive. Okay?
Yep.
So that's what they're up to.
Yeah.
Just an update on Hamas. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the bar so low. The mandate would also exacerbate the already restrictive movements across borders, which Egypt and Israel have blockaded since the militant group Hamas gained power in Gaza. Women's rights expert and Palestinian political analyst Rahman Odwa submits that the ruling may have been an attempt to reduce the recent increase in the number of women searching for work outside of Gaza, where employment is now only 49%. So I thought this was interesting about there's economic motivations behind this potentially, which I hadn't considered that before.
So not only they're being regressive, both Saudi and Iranian style under women, like they're going more like they're like, hey, how could we even be worse than what we already are? Like, let's try to this is worse than just like they're restricting ways for them to make money, basically.
Yeah, quote, Odwa said, the government in Gaza wanted to limit travel and restrict the movement of women who are ambitious to leave in a search for study or jobs and escape the Israeli blockade.
So your people are suffering financially and they're trying to find creative ways on how to deal with it. And you're like, nope. You know what? This whole idea, of Hamas is banking on the economic frustrations of its people and the misery and them being victims. Like this, like kind of feeds into that. Like I'm not saying this for a fact, but the idea that Hamas needs the suffering of the Palestinians to keep selling its narrative. You're not like Hamas, you're not helping with fighting against that narrative. When your people are trying to find ways, that your people who are suffering from unemployment and poverty are trying to come up with ways to try to figure out how to make money, and you're like, no, we need you to be poor. Can't go out and find ways to stop being victims.
And then also dependent on what Hamas gives them, right?
Yes,
because that's what that's one of the people
allegedly
have a soft spot for Hamas, where they're like, well, they're the only ways that they actually get
charity
services.
Yes,
through Hamas, even if they don't charity. That's how they get their services.
And charity, you're like Hamas, like we can't be that bad. We give to the
poor. If
you're
creating dependencies.
No, we can't. Like, look at us. We're giving money to the poor. Look at us. Don't ignore when we kill innocent children. Look at us. We have charities. Yay. This is like, oh my God, authoritarians all sound like each other. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways, Peter is here.
Then, so go back down to the bottom. So there's a quote by the Euro-Mediterranean Human Rights. Wait, no, that's not who it was. The European Union delegation to Palestinians. They said on Twitter, quote, concerned about the decision of the Sharia Judicial Council in Gaza restricting travels for women without male guardians. This decision is discriminatory and violates the human rights of Palestinian women and is clearly a step in the wrong direction. It's just so backwards. I mean, like, there's really nothing to say.
Which countries have this other than now apparently Gaza? Because we know Saudi Arabia has this law.
Mm-hmm.
We know Iran has this law.
Mm-hmm.
That women need the permission of their husbands to be able to travel outside of the country. Now we know Gaza has it, but is that it? That's the three?
Well, to be fair, with this thing in Gaza, I don't know if this is enacted. Yeah, and they've said, oh, we're going to have revisions, but haven't said what that is. So short answer is I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head.
Yeah, well, let us know in the comments if you know the answer to that.
Side note, this person is saying they've never seen an ex-Muslim say a word about the Uyghur genocide. Well, then you haven't been looking very far.
Holy crap! Hard. You have no idea how insanely wrong you are now. You should be so embarrassed. You have no idea how insanely wrong you are.
Just do yourself a favor and do like a quick Google on our
YouTube page. This guy is beyond hope. This guy is such an I don't know.
I just had to highlight that because that's ridiculous.
That's so ridiculous. You should go look in the mirror. What is Murder Man? And you should go like, why am I so stupid? Why am I such a moron? Like I didn't even bother to search for 5 seconds and I said something and it was so wrong. And all I had to do was 5 seconds of research and I didn't. I'm such an idiot. Wow. I am so embarrassed to be me.
Especially coming to us. Coming to us, we're some of the most vocal.
We have been the most vocal. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not you because it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing to be you. God damn.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.